November 4th, 2025. I'm on track 42 in Grand Central Terminal, and arriving is train 766 from Croton Harmon. And look what he's got. We just got off train 349, one of those North White Plains clunkers, but he's got nice M3s. We're here at Harlem 125, gonna hang out for a little while and hopefully get some holiday lights, plus whatever else comes along. It's a cold evening. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but long enough to get what I want to get. A lot of horns heard here.
Attention New Haven line customers. Now arriving on track 3 via 46. New Haven line train to New Haven making its first stop at Greenwich, then Stamford, Brooklyn Heights, Derry, Broadway, and South.
Equipment with the Penn Central Imposter locomotive, New Haven Heritage 230.
Customers. Next on track 4, the 448 Hudson Line train to Croton Harmon, making its first stop at Yonkers, then Hastings on Hudson, and Dobbs Ferry. Ardsley on Hudson, Irvington, Tarrytown, Willows Manor, Scarborough, Ossining, and Croton Harmon. Now on track 4.
M8s to Croton Harmon, train 749. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to see this train depart. He's going to Croton Harmon. He should be back after 7. Fortunately, that train was short enough with the M8s, probably a New Canaan set. South end of the platform at Harlem 125. There's 551 for North White Plains. Scarsdale next, and approach on the track 4 is train 847 to Poughkeepsie. Metro North trains honk their horn before hitting the platform, so we'll get some horn action down at this end. Well, here comes 351 to Crestwood. Mount Vernon Western all stops to Crestwood at 5 o'clock. Inbound equipment, likely from Harlem or Highbridge. That was 1473, Stamford to Grand Central. Approaching is a real high wheeler. 3546, Grand Central to New Haven. Makes Stamford, Bridgeport, and New Haven only. They say these trains are faster than the Acela Express between New York and New Haven. This is 753 for Croton Harmon coming in on 4. That train over there on 3 is going to Harrison. You like seeing trains non-stop. This is the place to be this time of day. Central bound equipment moves. Between the non-revenue trains and the revenue trains, the action here is mind-boggling. 507, 353, North White Plains Clunker. 8:51 for Southeast.
18 New Haven line train to Danbury, making its first stop at Norogan Heights, then Darien, Rowayton, South Norwalk, Merritt 7, Walton, Cannondale, Branchville, Reading, Bethel, and Danbury. Next on track 3.
Yeah, it's 5:17. You hear them announcing the Danbury train. It's getting cold and windy out here. In fact, you got a flurry of diesels due. At 8:49 to Poughkeepsie, and 8:51 to Beacon in short order. 5:18. Here comes 18:48 for Danbury. Don't really have any good power out there right now.
Hudson Line customers next on track 4, the 520 Hudson Line train to Poughkeepsie, making its first stop at Beacon, then Amber and Hastings. Next on track 4.
Well, here's 8:49 to Poughkeepsie. Beacon, the next stop. A fairly new Charger 305. Man, those Chargers sound weird in electric mode. Cool though. Got a Crestwood train over on track 3. Should have 8:51 for Beacon coming in shortly. I think I hear his horn now. .51 with engine 210. Those Jennies snap, crackle, and pop real good in the cold weather. My fingers are about ready to break if I bang them into something.
27 Harlem line train to Passaic, making its first stop at White Plains, then North White Plains, Brewster, Southeast, Patterson, Pauling, Harlem Valley, Wingdale, Dover Plains, 10 Mile River, and Passaic. Next Next on track 1.
Coming in shortly is train 953 to Wasaik. Far away Wasaik at 5:30. K5LA at 5:40. This is 8:53. First stop is Beacon after Grand Central. It's so cold out right now. I'm only going out for select trains. Amazing it may seem as there is no trains coming at this time. We got an outbound coming, but it's rare for this station not to have a train on it this time of the day. 5:43 comes 8:55 in to make a stop. It's getting kind of unbearable. The wind is starting to blow even harder and it's getting colder. An express to Northern White Plains on track number 1. He only had 10 cars. He usually has 12. 5:57 makes Scarsdale the first stop after Grand Central. 5:47, this is 7:59. Express to Tarrytown, then all stops to Croton Harmon. M3s.
Old Greenwich, and Stamford. Now arriving on track 3.
Yeah, those Stamford locals sound like clunkers too, but at least they go a lot further than to North White Plain. Well, time is 6:02. I'm gonna leave. I was hoping that 857 would have the holiday lights push-pull set, but it got scrubbed. The great halls of Grand Central